Jack Nation, we are here in Shelton Gym, AKA the pressure cooker, with the living legend. I'm gonna keep on saying that. The legend, the GOAT, whatever you wanna call her, Ladyjack volleyball coach, Debbie Humphreys. Another season at the helm. Congratulations on just everything that happened last season. I think we could go through a list of accomplishments. One of them is just directly behind us, surpassing 800 career wins. But just before we talk into this new season, just kind of cement everything that happened last year, because amongst an amazing career that you've had, this was probably one of the best seasons in program history, but also everything that you've been a part of.
Yeah, it was a fun year. It was exciting. It was a great group of girls to do it with. And it was just another step forward for our program. And that's what we're always trying to do each season. Can we just build on the success we've been, blessed to enjoy over the course of the past years and build on that? And how do we continue taking our program forward to become, and I think we are one of the top mid-major programs in the country, but to continue, just moving up that ladder. And, last year was a huge stepping stone for us in that regard. And now we're excited about a whole new crop, a lot of newcomers, and taking a new group and molding that, meshing that together to try to accomplish even greater things.
We talk about a lot of things that have been new for athletics, one of them obviously being a return, but also into a brand new Southland Conference from once we left. And you were extremely dominant during your first round in the Southland Conference. Preseason things just came out like 10, 15 minutes ago before we're talking. Picked first in the preseason poll, and then Bella and Ty being second team. Talk a little bit about that.
I'll be very honest with you. I could care less what any preseason poll says, because we haven't done anything yet. Nobody else has done anything yet. So I don't pay any attention to that. I think the one comment I will make about it is it just shows that people respect us. And it shows that, and it shows that we're gonna once again have that target on our backs, and we're very used to that. And we know that when we step into a gym, we're gonna get everybody's A game. So that's something we're gonna have to be prepared for. But beyond that, we have yet to play a game, so we're just focused on trying to get better right now.
You brought up the new crop, 9 freshmen, with 3 juniors leading the way and a couple sophomores in the bunch. No seniors.
No seniors
this season. So just talk about who from that freshman class, maybe some people that Jack Nation will get to know, but maybe they need to keep an eye out when it comes to these first few matches.
Yeah, you mentioned no seniors and 3 juniors, and those 3 juniors with Bella, Cam, and Jaden, they've all seen significant time. Their first 2 seasons, they've been big impact players for us, and they were really leading the way, and they are helping those young ones to learn faster. They're a big part of that. It's hard to mention just a few freshmen, because what we're gonna do is they're gonna be sharing positions. And they're talented enough to be able to do that, but if one of them is struggling, we can interchange another freshman, and we won't have to have a particular freshman show up and do the job every single night. When they have those freshman moments, we do have somebody else we can put in there. But Natalie Guerrero is doing a really nice job right now. She's a high energy kid. She just makes dynamic plays on defense. She's gonna be a crowd favorite, no doubt about that. Sophia Wilson is she's improved so much in these first couple of weeks at the setting position, and a lot of room. All of them have so much room to grow, but we've seen so much growth already in the first 2 weeks. And then, Kennedy Jones on the outside, her future is very, very bright. And we've got a couple right sides making a splash in Catherine Holtman and Molly Cravens. So you're gonna see a lot of new faces out on the court, but there will be that stability of the Bella, the Jay, the Cam, and then our sophomores returning. Kai is a returning middle, and Ty over on the right side, and Caroline, who didn't play a ton as a freshman, but played a lot all spring, and she has improved tremendously and is playing some really great volleyball. So there's just a great nucleus of young players, and it's really fun for us to come to the gym. They're extremely physical, and they're just doing everything they can to get better every day. And I've been extremely hard on them, trying to push them to get better faster. And some of it is just going to take some time, but as soon as we start playing and they understand where that expectation bar is and what they have to do night in and night out, I think we'll continue to see that growth.
We talk about the starting of the play that happens Saturday at 12 p.m. against UT Tyler exhibition here in the pressure cooker. Please, if you haven't come here, I highly recommend it. One of the most electric atmospheres that we have at SFA. But then when it comes to the rest of the schedule, specifically with that non-conference, home opener against High Point, one of the most consistent volleyball programs over the past 5 seasons. I believe they were just right underneath you guys when it comes to the amount of wins that they've collected over the past 5 years. But then Oklahoma, Tulsa, Arkansas, and then also the SFA tournament, bringing in Boise State, a solid Mountain West team, which I think you beat them in order to get win number.
We actually did. Yeah, it was a reverse sweep. That one I do remember.
The craziest way to pick up win 800. But the schedule, there's a lot of competition up front that is going to prepare you extremely well in the back half for the conference play. Talk about that.
Yeah, and that's always what we're trying to do. Probably the most unique thing about this schedule is that we do have some Southland Conference teams in our preseason, but with the late when we put the schedule together, we were not in the Southland. So we will play Southeastern, at UTEP, and we'll play McNeese here in our own tournament. We play UIW opening weekend at SAM. Those will all be non-conference matches, but will be conference opponents. That's something moving forward that won't happen. But take those out and look at our non-conference schedule. And we've got some really high-level teams. Getting that exhibition Saturday here will be great. And then opening with High Point, they're a team very similar to us, very, very similar. So that will be a very competitive match. And then when you talk about going to UTEP was the runner-up in the NIVC last year, and you've got Air Force there as well. And then you mentioned Oklahoma and Arkansas and Tulsa all the same weekend, so that'll be a little crazy. And then along with Boise State, UTSA, a very solid program, will be in here as well. So yeah, we'll have our hands full in the preseason, and we wanted that, knowing we were going to be a young team. It's important to us that the young ones understand what we're expecting to be able to do and where our bar is. And then once we kick off Southland Conference play, playing the at least preseason top teams, to start things off. So we've got to get this figured out quickly. But we will be a much different team by October than we are right now.
While you can follow along with all of the figuring out, so to say, on all their social media pages, SFA Volleyball, and then anything related to SFA Athletics on sfajacks.com. Coach, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. You are, numbers-wise, one of the most winningest coaches active of all time in Division I volleyball as of right now. So if anybody gets a chance to talk to D-Hump, please talk to D-Hump. Living legend.
Well, I don't know about that, but I am very fortunate to be surrounded by lots of quality people. And I tell you what people need to do is get out in this venue, like Hunter said before. Get out to Shelton Gym. Come to an early match, early in the season, because you're going to want to come back.
Let's reel them in.
All right.
Let's reel them in. And until next time, Jack Nation, as always, axe 'em Jacks.